Hi guys, today I'm going to be listing my top 10 favourite Beach Boys songs. I really like the Beach Boys, so I found this extremely difficult to pick a top 10, but the ones I have, they've been favourites of mine for a very long time, so I just had to include them in my top 10. The Beach Boys are an American rock band formed in Hawthorne, California in 1961. The group's original lineup consisted of brothers Brian Dennis and Carl Wilson, their cousin Mike Love, and their friend Al Jardine. In 1963, they got their first national hit with Surfing USA, beginning a string of top 10 singles, and were dubbed the California Sound, distinguished by their vocal harmonies. They were one of few American rock bands to continue their commercial success during the British invasion. The group holds the record for the most US top 40 hits by an American rock band. Their Pet Sounds album and Good Vibrations single are both widely considered to be among the greatest and most influential works in popular music history. The Beach Boys are considered one of the greatest acts of all time. So I will now list my top 10 favourite Beach Boys songs. So at number 10, I have Kokomo. I know this song is hit and miss with fans, some liking it and others really disliking it, maybe because Mike Love was one of the writers and not Brian, or some may just find it really annoying, but for me, I have always enjoyed this song. I just can't help but find it very catchy and fun to listen to. So despite its background, I do really enjoy listening to this one. At number 9, I have California Girls. This is one of the band's most successful songs globally, and it was also the song that inspired the Beatles back in the USSR. I think the opening of this song is amazing. Brian said in an interview once that the intro was the best piece of music that he'd ever written, but I also just love the whole song. I think it's a real classic. At number 8, I have Sloop John B. Sloop John B is a Bahamian folk song from Nassau. The group recorded their adaptation of the song that was produced and arranged by Brian. I really enjoy this one. I've always found it interesting and I just love what Brian did to the song. At number 7, I have Fun Fun Fun. This was one of their early songs that was dubbed the California Sound, and I find this one really catchy. I love the vocals and sound. I just find it a really fun song. At number 6, I have Wouldn't It Be Nice. I read that this song is currently the band's most streamed song on Spotify, which I found interesting, but not surprising because I also love this song. I love the lyrics. It's always been one of my favourites of theirs. At number 5, I have Don't Worry Baby. I think this is just a beautiful song and Brian's vocals are incredible. Brian said probably the best record we've done was Don't Worry Baby. It has about the best proportion of our voices and ranges. He also said his vocal on the song was the best he had done for the band. At number 4, I have Good Vibrations. This song achieved immediate critical and commercial success, topping the charts in several countries, which I think is a real achievement because the song is also very experimental. It is considered one of the most influential songs in history, and I can't fault it. Personally, it was one of the first Beach Boys songs I heard and still one I really love. At number 3, I have Surfing USA. I knew that this song was going to be high on my list because I've never grown tired of listening to it. I first heard it from the film Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox, and although it wasn't the first Beach Boys song I heard, it was the song that made me interested in the group. I just find it so catchy. I think it's the perfect summer song. It's actually the song I've been playing the most lately, enjoying this sunny weather in the UK. At number 2, I have God Only Knows. It's often praised as one of the greatest songs of all time. Even Paul McCartney called God Only Knows the greatest song ever written. I think that tells you how great this song is. I think it's just a beautiful song. Again, I can't fault it. At number 1, I have I Get Around. The song is one of America's biggest hits since the British invasion, and the single became the Beach Boys' first chart-topping hit in the US. I think this was the first Beach Boys song I heard, and I loved it immediately. I remember my sister and I used to have this dancing game, and this was the song we always chose to dance to, and it still remains my go-to Beach Boys song to play. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you're a fan of the Beach Boys and your favourite songs of theirs, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!